I'm Greer Dewdney, I'm from London and I'm studying my BA with employment experience in archaeology at Sheffield, and I'm in my final year. So I've wanted to be an archaeologist since I was about 8 years old. Our house has always had history books in it, my parents were London tourist guides, and when I was about 11 I started going on volunteer outreach community digs and things like that. I did a Roman site and a World War II site and some medieval stuff in between, and through that decided that archaeology was just as fun as it should be. I picked Sheffield University because of all the places I looked at, of all the universities I went to, not only did it have a great reputation, it's a great university, but it also is the place that made me feel the most comfortable, and I thought I would enjoy spending 3-4 years of my life here the most out of everywhere I went to. Then looking at the courses, I decided that this course in particular, the BA with employment experience, was a really great idea because when I graduate I don't just have an undergrad degree, I also have the experience of having worked in the field, and I can turn up and say to employers, I know a lot of stuff that I learned on the degree, but also I've proved that I can do it. So during my time in Sheffield, I've done a lot of great things. I've been to Thornton Abbey dig, which is a medieval abbey site, then used post-dissolution for big manor houses, really interesting multi-phase site. I've also been given the opportunity to go to Turkey and try and find a 2nd century BC Greek settlement, which is really exciting. I've also worked in a crypt on Fleet Street looking at skeletons, and I've also spent some time working in commercial archaeology and really getting a feel for that part of the field. I spent 6 months in the crypt of St Bride's Church, Fleet Street, looking at human skeletal material for the Museum of London. And skeletons are my specialty, and having that sort of autonomy over a research project for 6 whole months was really great, because that's the kind of responsibility that is quite hard to get when you're an undergrad, and being able to say, I did this project, it's mine, it's got my name on it, and also enjoying it the whole way through and really learning a huge amount about what I want to do later on, that was really, really valuable to me. And then I worked for 6 months for pre-construct archaeology, doing commercial work, and that was really fascinating as well because it's a totally different side of the field to research archaeology. And yeah, it was really interesting to see the difference and compare and contrast what works and what doesn't, and how you can get the same level of quality of work out of the commercial sector, but to deadlines and to costing and things like that. That was really interesting. Having done all of it, it was definitely a great experience, and the best thing that it's given me personally is probably that I will now call myself an archaeologist as opposed to an archaeology student. Studying at Sheffield has probably given me a confidence in the field a lot more than anywhere else would have, through a combination of it being such a good department where all the staff are completely linked into the profession and they all know what's going on and who you need to talk to sort what out, and the fact that it's a really comfortable place to be, and if you need something, you need a contact somewhere, you can ask a member of staff and they will help. And putting those two together means that actually I now feel connected to the national, international archaeology network